Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Nguma, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all the stock that is about to go crazy tomorrow and why you should keep it on your watch list. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for those of y'all who dropped your stocks of interest in the comment section of Friday night's video, right after the intro. All right, y'all. Before we begin, again, do not forget to destroy the like button on your way in. All right. So let's get started. The futures market is currently not open at the moment. It's 3:30 p.m. It's about to open in about an hour and a half. So we're gonna get straight to the point. The stock of this video that is looking very, very good right now is BABA. All right, BABA. And the reason why I want to share BABA with all of you is because of this. Number one, it's a very reputable company, right? It is the Chinese Amazon, the Chinese version of Amazon, right? Very large cap company, and fundamentals are also looking good regarding the stock. Now, the main reason why y'all should be keeping this one on your watch list is because there is a reverse head and shoulders on here on the chart. It's very clean. All right, therefore y'all should keep it on your watch list. If you look on this one, I like this kind of like, it's the opposite of a gravestone doji. I want to say dragonfly doji, but it's missing a tiny wick at the top. Yeah, but either way, dip buyer stepped in heavy on that day. It's looking quite good. I'm kind of anticipating a move up, a gap up actually on Monday towards like $235 before we see this thing running up to around through 238. So keep that one on your watches for sure. I definitely think it can make it up to the neckline again. This move right here will be a nice chunk of change in regards to the amount of premium that can be made on the options of the stock. 245 between 235 and 245, that's 10 times 100, that's $1,000 in premium per contract, regarding on how much the contract costs. Again, that can that would ultimately determine how much money you could be making on display. So definitely keep this one on your watch list for a long. I like it a lot. Very reputable company. So keep that one on your watch list. Now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest as always. The very first one that we're going to be covering in this video is none other than PLTR. All right. And PLTR, I was actually debating whether to make PLTR the main stock of this video or BABA the main stock of this video. They both show me the same exact thing, and I like them both equally. I don't have a preference. I really don't. This triple bottom is looking quite good, and I do think that we can make it back up to these previous highs once again. This was a very nice buying opportunity. The bullish engulfing candle is there. It's not quite large, not as large as I wish it could be, but in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter. It's still at these levels. It didn't go below that. It's still in here. Dip buyers are not letting the tank below $20. I told you that I wouldn't expect this thing to drop below $20, and it's been going sideways ever since. And right now, it looks like the opportunity for a run could occur next week, starting on Monday. So keep that one on your watch list as well for a potential long, all the way up to around, maybe I would say $30. I think you can make it to $30. Yeah. So the next one that somebody asked me to do a review on Tattooed Chef. All right. And Tattooed Chef was a stock that I covered in the past over here. Somebody asked about it when it was in this region. It didn't quite perform to perfection. It went to the previous highs and it immediately got demolished, formed a head and shoulders, and immediately collapsed all the way down to the floor. All right. But as of right now, the way it's looking, the opportunity this is a buying opportunity right over here. Like right in this region is where long-term investors step up to the plate and buy the stock. It's actually on the floor, like it's literally like on the ground level, right over here. And this is where they're stepping up. As you can see, the volume is increasing. long-term investors are loving this right now. They're loving this deal. They like this giant potential for money right here. All right, a lot of room all the way up to the $28 levels. That is $11 per contract. $11 in premium times 100. That's 1,100 per contract that y'all could be making, again, if it gets up in here, depending on how much the contracts are costing right now. So there is some good money to be made in here, again, if it behaves quite well. If we see some more money flood in the market, and if we see the market reach new highs, this one could definitely follow up with that and follow that trend all the way up here. All right, I'm not bearish on Tattoo Chef. I would never ever tell y'all to short a stock at these lows right here. Definitely not. So that's my very honest opinion of Tattoo Chef. And somebody else asked about Open Door Technologies. And Open Door Technologies is actually at support, and it is at a good point where long-term investors would love to get their hands on this thing. Again, for all of you who are long-term investors, who believe in this company long-term, who see the opportunity about this stock, you like it for the long haul. Again, I always tell you to be very, very careful. Earnings is coming up on the 11th of May, right? So there could be an opportunity up to earnings. It could get to $25, like in that time frame, right to earnings. And then what happens after that, I have no idea, right? They could have phenomenal numbers. They could crush earnings. And yeah, it can still tank because the reaction is very unpredictable. So be very careful, manage your money accordingly, right? You work hard for your money. You don't want to lose it overnight holding through earnings. We don't do that here. Now the next one that we're going to be talking about, somebody actually mentioned in the comment section that they were short in HD, and I told y'all before that I wouldn't short it, even though it is extended, even though it performed very, very well for us. I still wouldn't short it. I would not short this thing. I think that is going to squeeze all of the short sellers. I really think so. You have to be very, very careful shorting these growth stocks. Again, like these ones and Lowe's, for example. Lowe's is another stock in this sector, like home improvement sector. I think they're gonna go much higher. I'm not feeling any sense of euphoria when I look at this stock. Yes, it is overbought, but be very careful. Shorting this thing right now, this Monster HD, right now it's just not. It's not smart. I still want to see this thing at like at least 340, maybe at least 350 before I consider trying to short it. But the way it's looking right now, you have to be very, very patient as a short seller, and you could get squeezed if a lot of buyers push this thing higher. It's looking like a bullish harami right on the chart, and if it opens up higher, which I think it will, and that candle that comes up opens up right here, let me just draw that thing right here, and then moves all the way up to 329, right? The next one is going to annihilate you, literally push all the way up to like 340. Be very careful, people. Do not short this thing. If you are, all I gotta say is manage your risk. I'm not shorting this thing. So yeah, that's my very honest opinion of HD. And the next one that we're going to be talking about, a pretty popular stock, is CCIV. And CCIV, ever since I've mentioned this one, again, for all of you who have been subscribing to this channel, I drew this box for so long ago, and it's still in there. Trust me, you're not missing out on anything. I promise you're not missing out on anything. As long as it stays in here, nobody is winning. Eventually, when something happens, maybe I want to take a trade on it. But until something happens, until like we see some type of like excitement, again, there is other opportunities out there to make money like tomorrow or within the next day than getting involved in something that is so slow, so boring that nobody is involved in. Look, it's gonna stay in here for quite some time now. I told y'all, a few months I expect this thing to be in here, and that was like when we were way back here, and so far it hasn't gone anywhere. So yeah, that's my little update on the stock, and I hope that answers your question for the person who asked about it. And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate and destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel a lot. It allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on these post-market analysis videos, which are released every single day in the afternoon, and the pre-market analysis videos, which are released before the market opens during the trading days. All right. If you're not following me on social media, you can find me at Paul Nguma and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. Also, I have to say this. These right here, my only social media accounts, apart from Facebook, of course, but this is my only Instagram account, right? There's no underscore, there is no point, there is no nothing. It's just Paul Nguma the way it is. It has come to my attention that there is some scammers out there who are trying to like reach out to the people that follow me, which is they're putting a lot of efforts into taking your money. Again, I would never go out of my way to text you randomly to ask you for something, to ask you for your phone number, to ask you for your information, to ask you for your credit card, but none of that. I would never do that. All right. So before you respond to any random message for somebody who appears to be me, look at the username. Very, very plain. And plus, like I said, I would never do that. So don't get scammed. Be very careful out there. There are a lot of scammers, including the ones in the comment section. I always tell y'all, do not engage with those. Do not engage with those. Do not get scammed, people. Don't get scammed. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Now, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, I'll have some step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 right after you sign up with Webull. Use my very first link in the description below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video, which I will release within the next few hours. I want the futures market to open right now. So yeah, enjoy the outro.